Hello, and welcome back to Banana Bebop. We made it back safely sort of safely, from Anime NYC. I would say like I made it back at like 30% actually, which it was really bad.
I mean, that's pretty
Um,
standard though. Like
what percent were you at?
by
I'm like,
Monday, I would say by Monday and like just, playing and getting back. And then I played a game, an hour after I got home, which was not fucking smart. Uh
see, my percentage was so low that that couldn't have been an
yeah,
option.
yeah, you couldn't have done it. See, I think I was good until then. I even woke up the next morning on Tuesday and like went and worked out, and then I came home and Brandy was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take off work today," and so I was like, "Oh, cool, we're gonna die then," like, and so
Yeah,
by
we're
that
just
time,
gonna.
yeah, by that time I was easy like 20%, but I would say when I got home, I was probably better than I had been ever coming back from Anime
Do you think it's
NYC.
because you stayed like the extra night, but then also like kind of had like some time during that day? Like you didn't just like rush home or what?
It was probably more the time, but then also just like I don't know. I always stay the extra day, so like I normally go from
Thursday to
Thursday to
Monday.
Monday, like almost always, because I feel like leaving on the Sunday just puts you like in a weird spot. You know what I mean? Like get them, rough. Um,
The funny thing is, like, doesn't Hamilton sound so funny when he actually barks? Like he'll go.
he sounds very like man, I don't know. Pele used to sound like this too. He just sound like an old man barking. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing? You're not scaring anybody with that. It's very like get
The
off my lawn vibes.
yeah. The
Yeah.
funniest is when he'll just lay there and be like, "Woof." He does like the boof a lot. He's like, "Woof, woof."
Yeah, he's gotta let him know. He's gotta let him know. So,
And I'll just look at it. I'm like, no. I'm like,
not
don't do this to
not
us.
starting this. No. But yeah, when I got home, I was actually fine. But I didn't. I also like I go hard the whole time I'm there, but most people always think that it's like drinking, but it's not. I'm just out like the whole time. You know what I mean? I'll just be out
Yeah,
till
you drink, but you
three
don't
or four.
like
No, I'm not.
drink
Yeah, yeah,
to get wasted.
right,
Like
right. And because I mean, we even drank Sunday night too, and but I still was just like chilling. Like it wasn't that big of a deal.
Friday
Um,
night was nice because like we drank, but we didn't drink too much. But then like we hung out in the hotel room. You came back later than us, but like
yeah.
that was chill because then we were just drinking in the hotel room, like talking. Well, until it was me, Pat, and Jedi like drinking and talking in the hotel room until Tiff came.
Until Tiff came and took over. Way to go, Tiff. Take over
I
the
love you, Tiff.
conversation.
No, it's nice.
Jeez.
I got to be a mom. I was like, oh, okay, I'm
Oh
drunk
yeah,
mom
because she
mode.
was like pretty wrecked. Yeah. And then I went out more after that, but I'm trying to remember where we
No,
went.
you didn't.
Yeah, we did. We went to the party and then we went to some little spot. I
That
went.
was Saturday.
No, you didn't go. You weren't
Oh,
there.
I thought you were talking. I thought you were talking about after you got back to the hotel room. I was like,
Oh
no, I
no
watched
no
you
no
go
no!
to
After
sleep.
I got back to the hotel room, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. So what? We got there. We got there Thursday. Hung out Thursday night and had some drinks. I didn't have that many drinks because I got a tattoo, which is normal ritual for me. Last year I did it on the Monday after, but normally I get there Thursday and then go and see Chris on Thursday. So fairly normal, even though everyone was texting me like this was a new thing. It was not.
Well, we made it on time too. Like we got Pat and I got there at the same time as you, basically, so we were able to go get our press badges, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, it was I mean, it was literally like I think I had only been there like 15 minutes or something like that when you got there. Cause we
yeah,
cause we got
no, it worked
delayed a
out nice.
bunch, and then the train didn't come, and then a bunch of other
Yeah,
weird stuff.
of
So
course.
yeah, um, but But yeah, so then what? Thursday night we met up with the squad, and we're at some weird bar that was like really crowded when there was a bunch of bars that weren't. What did we walk like a block? We walked like a block to some bar that had like four people in it. From that one, I don't remember the one. Mal probably doesn't remember because she was pretty inebriated that night.
I remember the one without people,
Yeah,
actually.
that makes sense. Well, we didn't go into the one with people because I came and got you guys,
Oh,
and
that
then we
makes a
walked.
lot of
Yeah,
sense why I
yeah,
wouldn't remember. So I do
yeah.
remember being there.
We met
Like
everyone
not a lot,
outside.
like,
Yeah, no,
but
we met everyone outside, and then like I was like, "Yo, do y'all want to go someplace that isn't crowded?" Because we passed a crap load of them on the way over here.
right? Like,
Um,
is there anything special about this place?
yeah, and I don't think there was. Like, I think somebody just kind of like rando picked it, probably off the name. I think it had something to do with like pigs or something, but I can't really remember. Um, because lots happened since then. But
Yep.
there was no con, so that was just tattoo day for me and everyone else getting there. Mal going to happy hour with friends.
Oh my God. I can say this here because my friends don't listen to this except Timmy, who, if you hear this.
He already knows.
No, he already knows. Fuck my friends. Like, for showing up over an hour late. Like, only the one of our friends. Like, so then we like didn't get to eat, which was like our whole plan. And like it wasn't just like me and Pat who had traveled, like it was like our other friends too. And then we just like drank, waiting for that. It was just like set up for a disaster for us because like we were exhausted and like just wanted to eat and like, it was whatever.
Yeah, so
But
what that meant was when I showed up, both Pat and Mal were pretty
wasted.
intoxicated.
Yeah.
It took me like 20 minutes to get you guys to like leave that place, even though nothing was happening.
No, no, nothing was happening.
Literally nothing was going on in there. But I was like, yo, let's go. And then y'all were like, yeah, let's go. And then just wouldn't go. So it was
Fuck
interesting.
it.
It was interesting. But hey, you guys didn't text me 100 times, so that was cool. Because Chris was definitely like, yo, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why everybody keeps texting me. Like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Just focus on what
Because
you're
you have
doing.
too
I'm
many
just laying in a
friends.
chair. It's really not. It was like the same five people over and over again. So,
Oh, well,
and I'm like,
was it Discord?
I don't know what to tell you guys. No, they were like actually texting. So, yeah.
See, that much.
As she gets on her phone. Wow.
Someone just said something to me. Sorry. All right, moving on.
tell,
Friday.
tell me you don't want to be here without telling me you don't want to be here. Jesus Christ. We didn't have to do a show, Mal.
Listen,
Fucking,
okay,
oh my god,
this
fuck.
no, this is what happens, listeners, is that like we get on and then we usually talk for like a half hour before we start recording, and sometimes like I kind of forget and like I'm still in like, oh, we're just chatting and catching up mode. So
Which also means ignore.
no, it just be like
Clearly.
whatever. I- oh,
It's alright.
okay, then Friday.
Friday was actual con day.
Friday.
It was
I
actual
mean,
con.
yeah, it was actual con. No,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say like Friday was meh for me. It
Well,
was okay.
I mean, Friday got blown up though too because the whole like outfit you were trying to do didn't work, and
Oh yeah, like our cosplay got messed up
yeah,
because his cosplay got messed up, so then like I couldn't do mine. So then like I went to order another thing, which like I don't really order stuff, I usually make it. So I was like already annoyed, and then it didn't come in time anyway. It was just like a whole mess. And then
yeah,
like
it was a whole thing, and we were just like, yeah, fuck it.
yeah, and then I put on like what was like supposed to sort of be the cosplay, and I just like looked in the mirror and I was like, I
Which
cannot wear this. I don't
actually would have
feel
worked
like
aside from the
I just
hat.
didn't feel confident or like
Oh,
comfortable.
the
So
hat
I
was
was
mad
like,
stupid. The hat like did
yeah,
not look at all. Although I did see like 5 other ones that look the exact same. So clearly,
Yeah,
like that's what the
that
hat's
is the
supposed to
hat.
look
Yeah.
like. But it definitely seemed like weird.
It's fine. Like, I'm not picky necessarily about like my cosplays being 100% accurate, but I am picky about like making sure I feel like I look good before I leave somewhere.
Right. Well, that's I mean that's 100% the point. Like, right? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if you don't like if you can do like half a cosplay and be like, "Yo, I'm nailing this," then do that
Right.
versus like I'm doing this whole thing and it looks like meh.
Yeah.
You know. Now
Plus,
what?
I felt like a reporter on Friday because like I had like suit shorts on and like a tank top. Well, it's nothing fancy, but like I had like regular clothes on that were like kind of cute, and then I had my press badge, and I was just like walking around like,
I'm a reporter, and then we did nothing for the
no,
show. That's
mm-mm.
genius. We did nothing. We did no content. We did nothing that day.
We weren't even there for that long, honestly. I spent most of my
I
time
was there.
Friday
I was
walking
there.
through Artist Alley.
I was there for a long time.
Oh yeah, you left
Yeah, because
after
we
us.
got there at like noon, and I didn't leave until like 6:30 or something like that.
Oh yeah, Tiff left earlier though, because we were
Right.
um yeah, we were dying. But like I will say I was actually like I was looking forward to Artist Alley the most, and I genuinely like wasn't impressed.
It was interesting to me. Like I always love Anime NYC's Artist Alley and their exhibitor booths, and I actually felt like both were pretty lacking this year in comparison to other ones. I don't know if that's because of the timing that they did them or
Right.
because normally it's in November and so they did it in August. So I don't know if like people or things like weren't available. Um,
Yeah,
or what? Because I always go get something from the Atsuko booth, and I don't even think they were there.
yeah.
So, which, yeah, this is the first year I didn't get something from that because they weren't there.
Did you get anything?
No, I didn't buy anything,
Me
which is
neither. It's not
wild.
like I was planning on spending a ton of money. Like you see those videos where like
Yeah,
people buy all
yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
But like I was hoping to leave with one thing, just like as a a what do you
Memento.
name? Yeah, moment. I was gonna say namesake, but like memento. But like there literally wasn't a single thing. Like after all looking, that I was like, yeah, I'd pay for that to have at home.
A lot of it was just really like generic. I kind of wish it's hard too because like if I'm looking at like prints and stuff, like I still have a bunch of stuff that's sitting over here on the ground like that I can't hang up because I don't have like wall space. I mean, I do have wall space, but I'm trying not to like cover it ridiculous.
Right.
Um, and half of Artist Alley is basically like prints and stuff. So
And a lot of it is very like I don't I'm not saying it is, but like very like AI generated looking. Um, like
yeah,
some of it.
well you
And
can't.
I'm
I
like,
mean, you really it's really hard to tell a lot of times now
yeah,
what
yeah,
is and what's not, and then I mean, unless like you find stuff like this that the straw hat thing. I mean, that's like a painting, so
right. Like, and I was looking for stuff in like different styles because that's what I like. And like, it was really hard to find like unique styles. And I did find some, but it wasn't stuff that like I was willing to
well you were also
spend
like
money on.
specifically looking for like BL stuff and like specific people too, which can be really
I
hit or
was,
miss.
yeah,
I mean, that's really hit or miss, I feel like,
I'm sure.
because it
I
really
was
just
looking for that, but
depends.
then at one point I was just like looking for like any of like my like any animes I like that are a little bit more unique. And like I didn't see anything
Yeah,
like
there was no
from
like Dorohedoro. There was not no like that one booth that Danny got stuff from was the only one that I saw that
had
had like unique.
Samurai Champloo
Had Samurai Champloo.
even.
Had like what did it have? Too that we saw like had Dororo, stuff like that. Like those are
Yeah,
those are ones that you don't see that often.
right. And that was the only place we
That was
saw
it.
that.
Yeah,
So
that was the only one. And I walked through it again later looking for something specific for Brandy and was for sure that they were going to have it, and they didn't. They didn't have any of it, so I was kind
That
of bummed about
sucks.
that. I didn't really understand, too, like, the whole point of moving it to August was so that more of it could be open, but it didn't necessarily feel like more of it was open. It kind of felt the
No,
same as always,
yeah, it
like
really
just
did.
crammed
Well, I
in
mean, I've only
together.
been there one day before, but like it felt
Yeah, I mean, it was basically the
no
same.
no
Yeah,
different. Yeah.
right. So it's very interesting. I don't know why it was like that this year. It was almost
Congested.
more commercial driven than what
Yeah,
it
yeah,
normally
yeah.
is. Because usually, like, Artist Alley is not that. And I understand from the artist perspective, like, they have to do that because it costs so much to be in there that they've got to
Mhm.
be like, well, I need this, like, popular stuff because if not, it's not going to be worth it for me to go do this. Especially, like, the actual artists that
Right.
are in there and not, the big company artist kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I understand it, but it sucks. You know what I mean? Like it does take away from it. I'm looking forward to like some of the smaller cons that I go to see what they have because I bet it'll be 10 times better just because of the fact that they don't
You'll
have to
get
pay
more
so
local
much.
people
Right.
that are like artists
Right.
instead of like people that are traveling to New York for it or
Right.
like,
Exactly. Yeah.
which is
Which.
cool.
But I'm glad that I wasn't the only one that felt that way because I really was walking around like, okay, like some of the stuff is cool, but like usually I always find something banana fish. There was nothing.
Mm-mm.
I
Not a
didn't
single
see a
thing.
single thing. Yeah, usually, I always find like little interesting, at least one or two booths where there's like interesting stuff, and it was all felt very much the same. Like you said, even
Yeah.
Artist Alley felt very much the same, or just like
But
completely random. Like I don't understand why
yeah.
this is even here. Like,
That was disappointing for me because like that's something I missed last year and I was like, all right, I'm gonna really like pay attention and like make sure I make it through all of Artist Alley and like, really look and then it was just like not good. And I was like, oh, well,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then Friday, well, we went to the after party.
Hmm.
Trying to remember since it's been like a week. Yeah, we went to the after party. That was chill. That was good.
It was okay. I mean, the only problem is that like it wasn't that good for how expensive it is. And a club's gonna be expensive. It's not like I'm saying I knew like I'm like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
You guys also left at like midnight or something like that.
yeah. Well, because at that point, like
Never smart.
I
Never
was
smart to
looking at
do.
my bank account and I was like,
I mean
nah,
that's valid.
fam.
Yeah, that's
Like,
that's very valid. But I always laugh like people get to places that like like you get to an after party because it says it's open at like 8 and you get there at like 9 and you're like this sucks. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Like
right.
nobody's
We were
doing that.
probably only there for like an hour and a half because we didn't get there till like 10:30 maybe, I
Right.
think.
And then after you guys
So,
left, it was like it was a lot of fun. There was like a
but
lot a
also
lot of
like
good music. Like it got really really crowded. Like
I would have gone later if it was open till 4, but it was only until 2. So
right.
like for it not to like start picking up at midnight, I was like, actually that the whole reason was money. I was like, I just
Yeah, and I mean I obviously get that. Like it's interesting because you have a different viewpoint being where you are, but like here everything closes at 2. So to me, I'm used to like a club or a party kicking off at 12 or 12:30, but it closes at 2. Like that's very normal here.
right.
So, but we don't have $16 beers or whatever. Like ours are just normal price, like 5-6 bucks. So
No, and that's just straight up club pricing,
yeah,
like it's
yeah,
not
which
even
is
New York
insane. Yeah,
pricing.
no, well, I mean that's club there pricing, East
Yeah.
Coast club pricing, because here you get away with that. I mean, you go to some places that are like that, but not really. Most people will be like, I'm not doing that. Um,
Right.
but I had fun. I had a good time. Like, I mean, it wasn't as fun as Saturday night's party, but
Hmm.
I kind of already knew that going in. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, Saturday had much better music,
yeah,
which is fun.
yeah. I mean, it was a good time. Um, so I guess yeah, on to Saturday then. Saturday we cosplayed Nikaido and Fujita, which was sick.
It was.
I thought we did a really good job.
I think we did too. I think we did a great job.
Shout out to Mal for the masks because they were pretty impeccable. I have them here
They're
actually.
also pretty much the one thing that like really made us noticeable. So
Yeah, 100%. Although I think like, well, we'll get to that in a minute, but we actually did podcast too.
right,
Um,
which was nice. We found a great spot. It looked cool.
it did look cool.
Got to
Yeah, that
talk
was
for
cool.
a bit.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that, you should go check it out, or I'll link it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can see that. But yeah, that was a cool spot. They let us go into like cosplay fixing area mainly just because I just asked some random person like if it was cool if we go over there because it was out of the way. It was still like in
Mhm.
the mix, but it was like off and nobody could go over there because it was like tabled off.
Right.
Um, and they let us back there, so that was cool. And we didn't act like idiots, so go us.
True. True.
Raw. Um, and then we
I didn't
had
drink at all
no
at
at the con.
well, Saturday I had a drink at the very end because I was like struggling to get through.
Yeah, bunch of lightweights.
You were there.
Yeah,
No, I was just tired. So I was like, all right, I'm
yeah.
gonna get
Yeah, I mean, I
like
know what it
or
is.
a seltzer
Still a bunch of
like
lightweights.
of like being tired. I wasn't
Yeah,
hungover at all
yeah. No,
on
I know you weren't. Yeah,
I was
just
like,
of
yeah. Yeah, I
moving.
am a lightweight of being tired. There is
Yeah,
not a single minute of the day except right when I'm drinking my coffee or my Red Bull, and then maybe 10 minutes after where I'm not tired.
yeah. That's pretty valid.
And I think that's, yeah, I think that's valid.
I mean,
I'm on medications that make me tired, and I'm also on medications that are supposed to keep me awake. And somewhere in the crossroads, there's coffee.
so next time at the convention, you just have to double the awake meds.
I'll call my doctor and be like, is it safe to take this
I need
much?
to
Like,
double these awake meds. Yeah, cool. But then we ran into the couple, and that actually like completely derailed our day. Really,
it did.
they
But
were
to me, it was
fantastic.
just so worth it.
Oh, a
Like,
hundred
yeah.
percent. Yeah, I mean the odds of like us running into the people who translated the Dorohedoro manga to English is. I mean, I guess like there's better odds at Anime NYC, but
Right. But
yeah, in looking
I
into
mean,
their content, like they had never been before, so that was the first
to an
time they had ever go.
American,
That
yeah.
well, like they had never been. I think Matt had gone to conventions before, but she had never been to any conventions.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I
What was
mean,
cool
like,
for me is that like they were really, really excited to see us because we were one. I think we were the only two people cosplay, period, as Fujita and Nikaido.
yeah, I didn't see
But
any more. Yeah, I didn't see a single
there
one.
were maybe what three shins and then apparently an Ebisu, but like out of for that entire anime, like that many people, like
Yeah, and it
that's
was pretty much like it was pretty much just Shin because I mean we ran into a
yeah,
few Shins
yeah.
and even saw a Shin on Friday too. So
Mhm.
um,
But yeah, like I definitely no one was Nikaido,
yeah,
no one was Fujita.
no, yeah,
So I think they were like really pumped to see
yeah, I think so too.
us,
Yeah, which was
which
really
made me
cool.
feel like really excited because I was like,
Sure.
oh my gosh, I was like, I feel happy and like that I'm doing this cosplay because it's so important to me. And now like you guys is so important to you and you feel happy. It was just
Right.
like
For that to be
that's cool.
your first like real cosplay experience, like that. You can't get a better one than that, in my opinion. I mean, like I've cosplayed a bunch of times and never had anything like remotely close to that happen. So,
Right.
so to do that and to have that happen was super cool. Just for
Yeah.
context, if you didn't see the video, basically, like we ran into them, and they asked us for a picture just like randomly, and then we just started talking to them, and they said, "Yeah, we translated." And we basically right then both Mal and I freaked out, and we're like, "Yo, can we interview you for our podcast? 'Cause that's what we're doing here." And they were like, "Yeah, of course," and super super chill about it, and uh, we were actually going to make a lot more content after that, but I felt like both of us were just like, yo, that was we're not going to there's nothing we can do that's going
We're
to
not
top
gonna beat
that.
that.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
there's
And
nothing.
also it was like mentally exhausting because like we had just filmed and then like we were trying to film like I filmed Danny and like Danny was trying to film me or something and then
Right.
like that happened and then we were like
Yeah.
so like
That
I
was
feel like
too
that was a
that
good
was
end.
definitely too much for Mal there. That was the end of that for that. And then
I
me, I
stayed
felt
longer.
accomplished. No, 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 but I meant just like content-wise, like doing that.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then I mean, even I felt like, oh my god, yeah, like accomplished. Like Banana Bebop did it. We did it. We earned the press badge just then. Like that's how I felt, and so I was completely fine with it.
True,
Now
I never
my
thought of it
own
that way, but like
content,
also yes, like that
yeah,
that really is true. Like
yeah. No, that's what it felt like, and then I was like, cool, cool, we're done. Now can just walk around or whatever. Like that's exactly what it felt like. So yeah, and then you guys bailed. I walked around a little bit more, but not really that long, I don't think. Um, oh, and we stood in that guy's garage. That was cool.
oh, and yeah, to take pictures. There
Yeah,
was like
and
a
to take a
garage,
video is like a
a
weird,
working garage.
yeah, which
Um,
is kind of scary because it
yeah,
definitely
because it's
like
so creepy looking, but
definitely looked
yeah, we
like the
took pictures
hole.
there.
Definitely looked
Yeah,
like it would have been in
which
the
is
hole.
cool. Like, yeah,
Hundred
that was
percent.
cool. And it
Uh,
was also great that we actually like got pictures of us before we went in. Like in
right.
retrospect, I'm so happy we did that because by the end, like
Yeah, you're done. You're done with
my
it.
cosplay was falling apart. We
Right.
kind of just looked like shit. Like we were like
Yeah.
didn't have the energy. So
We had that dopamine of meeting the manga people, and then it was just like after that,
exactly,
which was
yeah.
fine. Then we went back to the room. Well, you guys went back to the room, and then I came back there, and everybody was asleep. No, that was Friday when I went back, but I came back
Oh
there,
yeah, yeah.
changed clothes, and then
No,
yeah.
I was in such a bad mood. Just another thing with our friends.
But yeah, cause
Ah,
cause Saturday night you guys went to go meet them. That was also why you left early, cause you went to go back to chill in the room for a little bit before you guys went out with them.
yeah,
And
because
you had to
we
meet up
had to
with
go to
Pat and everything so that
karaoke.
y'all could go out. Yeah.
Yeah, like we basically had to like sprint there, and like I just didn't know time-wise stuff, and like I didn't have time to like sit down. Like I just had to change, and like I looked like shit. Not that I cared, but like I literally just like threw on a dirty t-shirt and like put my hair in like buns and left because I was like, okay, after sweating in cosplay all day, like, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. And then randomly you guys text me at whatever time that was and was like, "Yo, where you at?" And I'm like, "At the after party." And then you're like, "Yo,
Right.
we're gonna come there too." I'm like, "Oh, all right, sick."
Yeah, because we were having a good time. We are like, oh, we're like, I wonder if we can still go,
Yeah, but we
but
got really
it's just
lucky
good.
there because John,
Yeah.
shout out John, Sonic Boombox, but he let me bring you guys in, so that was really cool. Uh, and I apologize to him profusely. So hopefully, but I just don't like springing stuff like that on people. So um,
Right.
you just feel bad kind of thing. But I really wanted you guys to be in there, so
No, I
it
feel
was
you.
cool.
I'm
Yeah,
the same way. People like ask me for favors for things because I know people and I'm
yeah, right. No, no,
I'm like
no.
I don't think what you understand what you don't understand is that I don't ask for favors for
Right,
me.
right,
Like I'm
exactly.
like So like I'm not gonna skip that step and then go right to like, oh, I know someone, like, can you get me this? Like,
Right.
no.
Well, I mean, it's like to the point to so like John told me that he put me on the list for the party, and I was like, cool. And then I was like, yeah, I'll be there for sure. And then never asked for anything or anything like that. And then like the day before, I think he sent me a message, and he was like, yo, do you want a plus one? And I was like, sure, man. I mean, like, I'm not gonna say no, but then I'm also
Yeah.
thinking like everyone already like bought tickets. So I'm like,
Right.
everyone's already bought tickets. So I'm like, oh. But then Squall, who was hanging out with me, um, he ended up being the plus one or whatever because he didn't have a ticket and his friend did. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so it ended up working out really well. But yeah, then we went out until the sun came up after that, right? Because then we went to some other random bar where like four people on Instagram added me, and I don't remember them really at all. So that's cool. The only guy I remember talking to there was the Spanish guy who like played for Sevilla B team or something like that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was the only guy. Maybe it wasn't Sevilla. Maybe it was. I don't. I don't know, man. That was also 3 o'clock in the morning. So,
Right.
and then some guy was trying to get me to go home with him. That was interesting too. Just because I said, "Yo, nice clothes." That was it. And then a 30-minute long conversation of him trying to get me to go back to his apartment or whatever. It's like, no, I'm good. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm all right. Uh, yeah. Then the sun came up and we went back to the hotel.
Hmm.
It was good times. Solid time.
Good times.
Then Sunday we watched Liverpool play
Liverpool.
in the morning.
Sunday was a wash for me because I
Yeah.
had to change my bus time.
Wait, but you didn't even change it,
Remember?
right? Didn't they change it on you?
Well, yeah, they forced me to change it, but
Right.
like what I could choose from was like very limited
Yeah.
then. So
Yeah.
like I was supposed to leave at 7 p.m. and I ended up having to leave at 2:30. So I didn't even go to con on Sunday,
Yeah. And then
which I mean, it kind of worked out for the best because like I had to get the dogs Monday and like needed like a little bit more time. Like we were gonna get home at 10, but instead I got home at like 5:30. So it was like even though it sucked, I was like, okay, whatever.
it's one of those things
Um,
where like I think it could have went either way, and like
yeah.
you would have been fine with either one kind of thing, which makes
Hmm.
total sense. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, then I went to the con and like was gonna make content and then just didn't. So that was cool.
Another day,
Yeah,
another.
yeah. So was gonna make content and then didn't, and then me and Tiff. Well, technically it was who went out? Me, Tiff, Danny. I feel like there was a fourth person there, and now I feel really bad. Oh, Roundy. Roundy went with us. Um, and we went to go eat and all that kind of stuff. And Nikki went with us too. Wait, no, was that was Saturday? Crap. Who was with us Sunday? It was me,
Not me.
Tiff, Danny, not you. Yeah. Or maybe it was just me, Tiff, and Danny. Now I'm gonna feel bad. Somebody's gonna call me out. But if you were there, call me out, please. Tell me I'm a shitty person, because it's probably accurate. It could have actually been Nikki too. Then I don't really know. But yeah, then
Stop thinking about it so hard. Like you're
right,
not a shitty
I
person. I
know.
forget like who I talked to this morning. Like, and if someone is upset, if
Yeah, but
someone
you just
call,
explained that you're on drugs that make you tired and awake. So I don't.
I don't know. I
Not
forget
sure that
everything. So
it
like if I forget
equates.
like that I saw you somewhere, like, and you're gonna say something about it, like, okay,
Yeah,
well
but I'm
then
not talking
I'm
about
gonna.
Saul. I mean, like,
No, I know.
went with us. But I'm pretty sure it was Roundy. I'm pretty sure it was Roundy that was with us. Because we went and got, like, we went and got gelato and stuff like that. So,
Ooh,
and
that's
then
interesting.
they both left, and me and Tiff went to Barcade to hang out with like a bunch of other creators that were there on Sunday. So that was pretty cool. That was a good time. Like we just chilled and it
A
was
good like
very
end
relaxed.
to.
Yeah, yeah. That usually happens. Usually Sunday evening is that. Usually a bunch of the creators meet up and we all just kind of hang out and talk without worrying about anything else or being in cosplay or anything like that. And that
Which is
was,
nice.
yeah, it's fun. It's a really good time. You get to like know the actual people, um, which is always fun.
Yeah,
So yeah, and then Monday went home. Good times.
good times.
Good times. Uh, any regrets?
Um, no, I just think that like what I've learned about like you could even say like my capabilities of like, physically, mentally, like exhaustion, stuff like that, is that like if I go to a con again, I'm gonna go one day.
Hmm.
And like that day can be Saturday, that's fine, like the busiest, day.
Yeah.
And I'll commit to something, like I'll commit to cosplaying that day, but like I'm not gonna do the whole weekend. Because for me, and like everybody's different. Like I love anime, but like I don't need to be there every day. Like
Yeah.
for me, I can see everything I need to see in that one day, and like
You think so?
everything I care about. Like I mean, I don't care about much, so like that it's easier for me. Like I'm never gonna be the person that walks in and is like, I need to go here, 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 here. Like I'm not like that with anything.
Yeah.
I just I just like peruse around, and
Yeah.
like so for me, one day, fine. I'm never gonna feel like I'm missing something. Like, and I think I'd feel more relaxed that way. Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
I'd rather do that.
I mean
I don't
that's
know.
cool
I
because
know.
then too you could go like if you went on a Saturday you plan to go like. See, yeah, that's the hard part though. Like for you, so say you're looking at next year, and you're just going Saturday. Does that mean you go in like Friday evening,
I
or
don't know. It's really hard with us being so close and having family in New York and well, friends and family, like it makes it almost more difficult. Like, yeah. I think probably I don't
I was
know.
just
I don't know.
curious because you're like, if not, then you
Yeah,
get up at
it'd be a
like 8
lot
in the
to
morning and take a bus and then
yeah.
change into cosplay, and then I'm like, yeah, no, you're just
Which
doing the
like
same thing.
that is like actually more up my alley because I am a morning person, so like I could easily do that. I just have to then stay over and like come back Sunday.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah. That makes sense. I mean that if I lived close, I would probably do something similar. Although I usually like doing Friday and Saturday. Sunday is
Mhm.
usually kind of a wash. Like I'll go to the con or whatever, but I'm usually out of it because I was up until 7 o'clock in the morning, and
Right. And,
and everybody is out of it by Sunday, and so like you're just kind of chilling or whatever.
mhm.
Um, so I could see that. Anything else? Just aside from being there for 3 days and not wanting to be there for 3 days.
I don't think so. I mean, if we're being like very transparent, like I do have a lot of anxiety, so like that also factors into wanting to go for one day.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, I have anxiety just going because there's like a lot of people. Like it's hard for me to like, I know I seem like someone that like wouldn't mind like big events and stuff, but like
I don't know,
I
it seems
definitely
like not to get all therapy level on it, but it seems like it's not the actual being there. It's the build up to it.
the
You,
act of going. Yeah,
yeah.
it's the act of going.
Yeah,
It's not
you
the
get
act.
super anxious like going there, but then as soon as you walked in, like you were like that in the cosplay. You're like, oh my god, and like fixing everything, and then as soon as we walked in the door, you were like
Yeah.
completely
I also
fine.
took my meds, but
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like you took. I mean, there was a pretty good gap in between when you took those and
sometimes
when we
I
got
forget.
there.
Like I'll take my meds, and I'll forget that I take them, and then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I feel nice. Like I'm like content. Like wonder why. Let's go do something. And then I'm like, oh,
Oh,
okay, okay.
medicine. Yeah, nailed it.
But yeah, I also like really need like personal space and like privacy, which is like a huge thing for me. Like I need to be able to like leave somewhere at any time I want, like in my head. Not that I can't, no one's ever holding it against me, but that just like ties into like,
No, yeah,
you know.
that's funny that you say that because I did notice like I don't know I don't remember what day it was, but you like text me and you're like, is it cool if I leave or whatever? Like there it was something along that line, and I was just like, yeah, what the fuck, like sure. I
Yeah.
don't care. I was just like, yeah, left my ass up. Cool. See you later. I don't know.
I
Fucking.
just I don't know.
It
I
was
just
just
like
very. I mean, like I understand it because I think like
it's
you
just how
had
my
built it
brain
up.
works.
Well, you built it up in your head that like, I would think certain things or something like that, and I'm just like, yo, no, do whatever you need to. Like, deuce later. I'm gonna
Right?
stay here. This is the first time at a convention that I was very much like, as shitty as this to say, but like I was very much like about myself in the convention. Like I was like, well, I'm gonna do what I want. Like whoever wants to do whatever is cool, but like I'm gonna do what I want to do. Um,
No, that's good. I mean, I walked around alone for a lot Friday.
I
Like,
actually did too. Yeah, I
I know,
did.
just like
Yeah,
it was nice. And then like, well, I was with you and Tiff, and then I was just with Tiff, and then I was alone, just walking around like Artist Alley, and then I found Pat and Timmy, and then like, yeah, it was just
yeah,
kind of nice. Like, I don't mind that.
yeah. That's kind of the same thing I did, and then it was like really good. It was really good for me to do it that way. I think it felt a lot better. I wish I would have done more content, but I pretty much always wish that on most conventions. I'm like, fuck, man. Like,
But like, that's the other thing is like going back to energy. Like, it takes so much energy and
right.
planning, like to actually make that content and like.
Yeah. Well, you have to do so. It's like something I was gonna do, but then we got derailed with the whole cosplay stuff. But like, sit down and like plan out some different things. Like especially when
Right.
we were in cosplay, like I really wanted to plan out like you know a few posts that we could do, and I just once the cosplay thing hit and like we were just trying to like scramble, I was like, I can't
Yeah.
fucking do this. You know what I mean? Like that was it. I was just like, I can't pay attention. That and I'm not ever gonna sleep on the floor again.
Yeah, don't do
That's
that.
fucking terrible. I blame Tiff for that, but um, that's okay. It's all right. Shout out Tiff. Get blamed for me sleeping on the floor, even though she
Shout out
offered like
to
multiple times. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you sleep on the floor too. So whatever. But yeah. Other than that, it was good. I mean, assuming things stay the same, I'll probably go next year too. It's fun. It's the most fun convention to me. Um, just as a convention itself. Like adding other things in, there's some other ones that are better, but that one is always still like just really fun to me.
Is it because it's like the biggest one, or
No,
are
because the
there?
expo is bigger. Anime Expo
Where's that
in
at?
LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's bigger. Um, I think it's more just like for me, it's just so different than where I live. So like
Oh,
the
yeah, I
fact
can
that I
see
can
that.
just like leave the convention and like walk to this place and do this and walk to this place and do this, and it's not like I love Anime Frontier here, but and you can leave and you can walk to like different restaurants and stuff, but it's very like
That's
limited. Like it's a small little area,
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Versus
it's
there
not
where you can like just
the
go
middle
wherever
of
the hell you
Manhattan.
want. Right,
Like,
exactly.
I
So I
mean, it's
think
even
that
overwhelming for me, and like I'm used to living in the city. Like being in Manhattan is sometimes a lot.
see, I don't even feel like it's overwhelming. I just think it's cool. I'm like, this is cool. I can do whatever I want to, and I don't have to worry about it. Like, this is dope. Um, so yeah, yeah.
What was I just thinking?
But
I
no
was just
sleeping
thinking
on the
about them.
floor. No sleeping on. Don't sleep on the floor, guys. It's overrated. It didn't help that the first night all I had was a pillow. So that's it.
True.
That's it. So I did cover up with those towels like real good though.
Nice.
All both of them. Actually, I laid on one and covered up with the other one. So Sick. Worked out. Great. But
Now
yeah.
what?
Now what? Now we're back to regular scheduled programming, yeah. I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but something.
Something. Yeah, I don't
Something.
know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We usually
'Cause
do.
I've not been watching a lot of anime
Yeah, same. But we've
at
been kind of
all.
busy. We've been kind of busy the last couple weeks, so makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
September's actually pretty clear for me right now, so
Yeah, same.
I was like
Same,
doing that
same.
calendar and I was like, oh, I honestly only have like one weekend, 2 weekends maybe that I have to do something on. Like, what?
Yeah, I think all I have is soccer, so look at us. We win. We win. Next
We win.
convention? Next convention for Mal? Is there a next one?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Anime Frontier, let's
TBD.
go. Anime
TBD.
Frontier, let's go. I'm trying to get Mal to
Uh,
come to Anime Frontier. We'll see.
I would like to do something like close to me. I know Philly does have a convention. It's really small, but um
Yeah, but I think it's in spring.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
I was gonna go and then something bad happened. I can't remember what it was. No, like
Something
legit, like
bad.
something bad happened. Like I was gonna go, but like someone got hurt or something. Like I don't
Hmm.
what I don't know what happened,
I don't know.
but I didn't. And then yeah,
Yeah. Mine will be Frontier. I think that's the next one.
what is that? December, you said?
December, yeah. Beginning of December. I don't. Danny wants me to go to one in Arizona. I think in like October, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if I can make that happen or not.
Where's he live?
Who
LA?
knows? Yeah, kind of semi close to LA. So, but yeah, that's it. But if nothing else, it'll definitely be Frontier. So, which we're gonna try to get Mal to go to.
You can see my face right now. It's like
They can't. They can see your face.
yeah.
So if you haven't
Just
been watching the
thinking,
video,
just
just go look at the video.
thinking about like going somewhere that's not my home right now alone is difficult. Like
No,
even
I
like
get
the
I
city,
get that
like
completely. Yeah.
I'm just like
But it's
I just
December, so we
want
got
to
a lot of
stay
time.
here forever.
All right. Sweet. Till next week then.
Thanks. Yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll take requests.
Shout out.
Will we?
Shout out to anybody who record. Will we or won't we? I don't know. Yeah, sure. Sure. All
Okay,
right. Bye
bye.
everyone.